How's it going, guys? Today we're back in the garage and I'm gonna take a look at the 2009 Corolla S that I own. I've been getting a check engine light on the car and I kind of want to fix that up. I've looked at the OBD readings for it and I'm getting some EVAP errors for it, and I'll show you that here in a bit as well. But the most likely culprit will be the EVAP canister in the rear of the Corolla. So I bought a new EVAP canister from Rock Auto. They run around $200. If you see a Toyota genuine part on Rock Auto, it's a little bit more. I did go ahead and pick up the Toyota genuine part for the vapor canister. And this is a fairly easy fix. There are other ways to check just in case it's not the vapor canister. Usually it is the vapor canister. It's usually the vapor solenoid that's on the vapor canister, but you might as well purchase the whole vapor canister if you're just gonna change that. It just makes things a lot easier. But I'll go through how to install that today, and let's take a look at the OBD reader really quick, and I'll show you the error codes that I'm getting. I got the car on right now and then I'm looking at the OBD readings. Let me pull you in a little closer so that you can see this. As you can see, I have the check engine light going. Of course, my TPM sensor is messed up, so that tire pressure sensor is always kind of on. But also the vehicle stability control is off and the traction control is off as well due to the vapor canister. But here's the OBD reading for the car for the EVAP system leak detected. These are some of the error codes that you'll see for the EVAP system. If there's something wrong with it, you'll probably need to change the vapor canister on it, or the vapor solenoid on the vapor canister. But I'm just going to change the whole canister and hopefully this will fix all these error codes. I do actually have one error code here that says cylinder 3 misfire detected. I might have to check that as well. There's probably a ignition coil that I need to change or something. But yeah, let's go ahead and fix the EVAP system. We've got the car up in the air and the jack stands down. I'll show you the vapor canister down here really quick. So here's the vapor canister here underneath the car. It's on the rear driver's side. It just looks like this. And then there's going to be a few hoses that we're going to have to remove, and a connector we'll have to remove. So we'll need to remove this hose here, this hose right here. I've already pinched this off and we're just going to pull this hose off from here. This is just the vapor from the gas. There's one more hose right back here as well that we're gonna have to remove. We're gonna pull that. And then one connector here that we'll pull off. So I'll have to pull that off. Once we get all that off, there's two bolts holding, or actually 3 bolts holding the vapor canister on. There's one back there, one right here, and then another one right here in the back. So then the vapor canister will just come down. I'll try to get this removed here, and then I'll show you the new one that we got. Okay. That connector moved. Okay. Let's see if I can move this one. Mm. All right. So those are the easy ones. This one can come off here. This one I'll put there. You can smell the gas already. But this is gonna be a hard one right here. So right now I'm having a little bit of an issue with, hold on 1 second, it's kind of hard to catch here. I'm having a little bit of an issue with this one. So I'm gonna try to just, I don't wanna just yank at it, but having a little bit issues there, but I'll try to get it off. Finally got this hose here removed from there. I just had to kind of wedge something in between here and up here, kind of break open these tabs here, kind of push them down on both sides, and then pulled it off. It just took a little bit longer than I expected, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these bolts here, these 3 bolts, 1, 2, and then right down here, 3. They're 12mm bolts, so I'll just go ahead and do that. All right, let's take that off. Oh yeah, there's a little tab on this one too that's kind of stuck, that was connected to this. I actually pinched it off and pulled it off. This is just the connector for right here. All right, we finally got the old vapor canister off. This is the old vapor canister here. I had a little trouble with this hose here. I actually had to use this pick and kind of squeeze through the hose and lift this tab here on both sides and kind of get through it and see if I could not kind of open up the tabs a little bit and then pull it out. So I was able to do that. Here is the new canister here. So we're gonna install that and we should be finished. I am going to connect the connector onto, there's a little tab here that it kind of pushes into. I'm gonna push that into it so it holds that connector there. And then I am going to put the bolts back into the canister so I don't have to hold it very much. All right, we're just gonna connect all the hoses back up. I'm gonna connect this hose here first, right here, because I'm smelling a lot of gas right now. So we're gonna connect this first. Push it in. And we're just gonna push that up. That's gonna hold that. We're going to push this hose back up here onto here. Push that there. Okay. All right. Okay. This clip on there so it clips on. And clip that back in. And clip the connector back in here. Put that in. And then take this out and plug this one back in here. All right. That won't come off now. All right. So we connected this wire back on. I pushed this wire in to the hose here, the hose into here, and we just clamp it there. It's pretty good. And then I reconnected the connector, and then there's one more hose there, and it's all connected. All the bolts, the 12mm bolts are back in, and it's good. All right, so let's go and clear the codes for the vapor canister, and then we'll drive it around and see if it comes back. All right, I've got the OBD reader back on and connected. I still have all those codes, but I'm going to erase all the codes. I'm gonna clear it out. All right, so now it should be cleared. Yep, there's no faults now being read. I cleared it out, and I'll show you the dash really quick. It's all clear now. My vehicle stability light is off, and the traction control light is off, so those are on right now. Again, the TPM sensor is still on because I have a TPM issue with my tire pressure monitors, so I'm not gonna fix that. I'm fine with that, but everything else looks good. Let's drive it around for a little bit, and then we'll come back and see if the lights are still off and everything's still okay. All right, so I've been driving it around for a little while now, and the check engine light is still off, and the vehicle stability control is still off, and the traction control light is still off as well. So those are both on. Vehicle stability controls on, and traction controls on since the light is off, and the check engine light is gone. So it looks like the EVAP system leak is fixed, and it was a fairly simple issue to resolve. I just changed the whole vapor canister. Now you could just change the vapor solenoid if you want to, but it's still fairly about the same price, so I just decided to change the whole canister. The whole canister comes with a new solenoid and everything in that, so I just decided to do that. It was the easiest way to fix the solution for me, just to change the whole EVAP canister. But other than that, there are some other things I want to do with the Corolla, but I'll save that for next time. So be sure to like and subscribe to Gas and Watts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.